Everybody for Philadelphia 76ers, stomp your feet. Everybody for Philadelphia 76ers, here they come. Philadelphia on the run, stand up and cheer. Number one, Philadelphia, here they come, team of the year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Here they come. Here they come. Here they come. Here come the Sixers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Clap your
Williams in the penetration, and it's knocked away by Matumbo, but into the hands of Peterson. Antonio Davis.
76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody.
Welcome back to Eat Sleep Sixers. Sixers win versus the Chicago Bulls. BG, we got our revenge, baby.
Get your get back.
Most definitely.
Gotta get your get back, dog. We had to get our get back, dog.
And what a get back it was, man. It was evenly dispersed the points throughout the starters. You know, D'Anthony Melton, 33 minutes, 25 points. Tyrese Maxey, 38 minutes, 21 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. Tobias Harris flirted with a triple-double tonight, a big boy triple-double. 21 points, 8 assists, 9 rebounds tonight. Joel Embiid, 21 minutes. 21 minutes. That's the only stat I'm
played
reading.
16 minutes.
16 minutes? It's showing
21.
It's showing 20. It's showing 21 on the Comcast Sportsnet app.
Well, you know for a fact he didn't play 21 minutes. He didn't play the whole second half.
Well,
He damn sure sat more than 3 minutes in the first half.
but they're making a clerical mistake up here. Then saying Joel Embiid 21 minutes, man. No concern for Embiid at all. This was strategic. You know, just came off a game where he logged a crazy amount of minutes. Not only that, it's getting later in the season. You know, we're about to go on a West Coast swing. So, you know, it was strategic to have him out. So that's my opinion. What about you, BJ? Any concern?
We'll see. We'll see tomorrow. I mean, it could sound, we know it'd be amazing to say it was cool for Kate to get on the screen and say, oh no, we just got word that because of the score, he's just staying in the back. All right, it sounds good. he better be out there next game. Y'all talking that he just sitting out because of the score. All right, well, he better be ready next game. I ain't trying to hear that. Oh, well, after further review, his back was tight or his knee was hurting or his foot was hurt. They better tell the truth tonight. Either tell the truth tonight and we're on y'all head next game.
So got a couple more days before the next game. So this will be some well-needed rest for the Sixers starters as the season is winding down. Daniel House once again tonight, man. Once again tonight, Daniel House had 32 minutes tonight. 32 minutes. It seems like Doc is trying to warm his vet up to the idea of playing. Or it could have just been a game where
everybody played, Carl.
everybody played. But
you thinks that everybody's gonna get their minutes that they got? That man gonna get the minutes? No, it was everybody played. We was up crazy on them boys tonight. So like it was expected for them guys to play.
I hear you. It was just coming off those games where he has been playing already, and 32 minutes. No other players got those type of minutes, but Tobias, Tyrese Maxey, and D'Anthony Melton tonight in the 30s. So it seemed like guys that will be leaning on going into the playoffs. So Abdul has a report. It was mild calf tightness for Joel Embiid. That's what's being reported. But, they got to put something out there. Can't just say we didn't want to play no more. We took him out of there. You know what I mean? Pretty sure he had Huh?
Yes, you can.
You can, but
if nothing's wrong with him, they don't got to say shit. Like, they don't got to say nothing. If he fine, we got to make him play. No, if he ain't want to play, if we ain't felt like we need to play, we need to play. We was up a 30 ball.
Right. Bottom line.
A whole 30-piece nugget on them dudes, man. Just like I said, we would come out and blast these dudes. That was 23-1.
It's crazy. That was crazy.
I'm cooking and I got the TV on behind me. I turned around like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah. It was like that. It was like that. It was good to see the Sixers run offense without their, main squeeze out there. Talking about the point guard. And James,
our main squeeze though, like
as the point guard,
but the main squeeze, that's the word.
Well, no. Without our point guard out there.
Yo, you've been spicy lately, man.
Oh God, here we go. Without our point guard out there to run the offense. And we got a hell of a lot of assists tonight, man. It seemed like that ball was floating around. Seemed like they were sharing the ball. What did you like what you seen in the offense?
It turned out being exactly what I said it was going to be. I said I got a feeling it's going to be one of those games that we love when Embiid's not there and the pace is just up and down. That first quarter with Embiid out there, we was just up and down the court.
Up and down, up and down.
I loved it. I don't know why I felt like that was going to happen with Harden not being there. I don't know why it wasn't an Embiid thing for me. It was Harden's not in, Melton and Maxey together. I got a feeling we're going to push the pace. And we sure enough did. We started the game on.
Well, they're two of our most athletic guys on the team. That's their game. They run the floor. So, I'm excited to see Melton having two of his best games as a Sixer back to back. Just so happen to be going into the playoffs. We damn sure going to need this guy on the playoffs. I hear people when I talk about Sixers on the street and at work, well, they're looking like they're going out in the second round again. What's different? What's different is we haven't had D'Anthony Melton in years past. And, he's a hell of a player, both sides of the floor. So, I think he's a key piece.
Is that we added a player that's good on both sides of the floor. We've added good defensive pieces in the past. We've added good offensive pieces in the past. The fact that he can be out there on both ends, he's not a liability on any end. He can stretch the floor. He can also guard the team's best perimeter player. So, he's definitely a big addition.
Shout out to Jose, man. What up, Jose? We see you out there in the chat, baby. Last time we ain't shot him out, he got upset about that. So.
Wait, 49 wins, 5 games left. You saying we're only gonna get 5 more wins? We got 11. We got 10 games left. We gonna get 5 wins out of them 10? Is that what you're saying, Jose?
I don't think that's what he's saying.
I hope that's not what he's saying.
Nah. You know, he been drilling stuff all day. You know, and
Yo, what is up with you, dog? Like, what's up, bro?
You want to know what's up?
What you been doing all day, dog?
It's 10:40 at night in Philadelphia, man. I mean, it's late, but you know, hell of a game by Tobias Harris, man. Let me ask you a question, bro. So Tobias has been up and down scoring this year. You know, he hasn't really been the Tobias of old. Do you think that's due to him being the fourth option rather than the third option now? Or do you think he's just having an up and down year?
No, it's obvious. It's the role that he plays in his team. I mean, we all look at him and say, "Ooh, contract must mean this amount." No, that's just not what it means. He's the 4th best player on our team. It's just what it is. What it is. He's the 4th best player on the Sixers.
I wouldn't say that. I disagree with you on a note of, you know, I think he's just the fourth option on this team.
Okay, that's what you think, but you don't think he's the first best player on the team?
I think if one of our players went down, he could step into the third role very nicely.
So he's the 4th. So he's the 4th.
Yeah, but I had to disagree with you because you
didn't disagree with me. You literally just said if one of the top 3 go down, he could slide into 3. Obviously, because he's number 4. Carl, that was the dumbest shit you ever said.
Jose,
that was the dumbest shit you ever said.
Jose, no excuses, Jose. We don't want to hear that. It's late night. You know, no excuses about your hands being dirty and all of that stuff.
Yeah, man. But that's his that's just what his role is right now. I mean, I'm not saying his role is to be the roller coaster, the up and down guy. Hey, one night you can give us this, one night. But he has to get in where he fit in with guys like Maxey, Harden, and Embiid on the team. He just can't be what we overall want him to be, but we need him to be his best at the role that he is. He needs to be the best 4th option in the NBA. He needs to be able to step up and be the 3rd option on his team when any of the top 3 are out. He has to be willing to step in that role, and he's more than capable of doing exactly what you just said, stepping into that 3rd scorer role, that 2nd scorer role when need be, which he had to do today. And guess what? He was it.
Did you keep track of the over and unders tonight, man? I would love to.
That's my job. Like, what do you mean?
Well,
like,
we'll read them out.
Why not just say, can we go over the over? Did I keep track of them?
I just was wondering. I seen you with the drink.
The segment is called BG's over unders. You think I just write shit on the paper and just leave it there?
Just announce it, man. You want to argue with me all the time.
And B, 10.5 made free throws. Sorry, he did not play enough to do that. Toby, 1.5 3-pointers made. The boy was hitting tonight, hit 3 of them things. George Niang, 11.5 points. He had 11. Paul Reed, 7.5 rebounds, although he played very exciting tonight. He did not get that. So Jose 3-1, Jen 3-1, BG 2-2, Carl 3-1, and Smitty, our guest for the pregame, was 2-2 as well.
So you don't have the overall standings by chance, dude?
Oh my God! Like, no, I don't got them. I don't. I don't have them.
Well, read them out, BG.
No, I said I don't have them.
Oh, you don't? I thought you were being sarcastic again.
No, I am. I got to calculate them. I calculate them once a week. So I'll get back with you next week.
You lying?
No, I don't. I don't have them. I don't know.
You lying? Well, what BG's not telling y'all is I'm number 1 right now. I calculated that in my head already. That's how quick that happened. I'm first. BG's second. Jose is third, and Jen's still in the basement.
Obviously, you didn't calculate it well because Jose and Jen are tied for 3rd place. Nobody's in the basement.
Oh wow! So who's number 1?
I don't know. I ain't calculated yet.
This guy is hilarious, man. He's hilarious. Look at the comedy in this guy. So, you know, we got a West Coast. Yeah, I know. We got a West Coast swing coming up, man. We played the Golden State Warriors coming up after this game. I think this was what?
calling out. I just want to comment. I see this comment while we was going on our little tangent. Ellis, do me a favor and just type in just in order the top 5 players on the Sixers in order, and tell me who to.
Thank you, Ellis. Thank you, Ellis.
Okay, well, no, Carl, you're on the mic. Name the top 5 players on the Sixers in order.
Of course, Joel.
Name them.
Embiid,
Okay,
James Harden,
okay.
Tyrese Maxey.
So shut up, Carl. Like you literally was about to
And
ride
Tobias
Ellis's
Harris.
meat, and then you gonna say, "Oh, thank you, Ellis." He
But let
is
me-
fourth.
but
Like,
let-
what do you
but-
mean?
but let- but
That's
let me-
not a
let-
slight.
let
That's
me-
not a bad thing to be behind Joel Embiid, James Harden. That's not a bad thing.
I hear you. But let me explain what Ellis is trying to say, because it does kind of sound like a slight. I think
But I'm saying,
Tobias-
it's not a slight. You can't. No, I'm not. I'm interrupting you. You can't.
you are
say,
interrupting. How are
well,
you going to say? How are you going to say you're
you
not
can't-
interrupting me and you're interrupting me?
No, I
What
said
type-
no. I just said I'm
literally
going to
was
interrupt you. No, that was what I said. It's
Damn
not a
tequila
slight.
fucking
You
up.
can't say, "Well, I'm taking it as a slight," but then the person delivering the message, me telling you, I'm saying it's not a slight. Don't take it away when I'm not trying to. When I'm not delivering it that way, don't receive it that way. If you say you feel a way about it, and then I explain it and say, "Hey, I'm not slighting him. I just feel like he's not better than Maxey, Harden, or me." That's not a slight. You're just the 4th best out of those people. Like that's like saying the 4th best person on the All-Star team. Is that a bad thing? You're All-Star. Like what? Facts is facts.
Listen,
He had
I-
his
I-
role on the team is the 4th option, point blank.
right, and I think he's playing a role. You know what I'm saying? I think he's playing a role with the players that are on the team. You know, I think he's filling a role. I think he's not being asked to shoot
I agree.
a certain amount, X amount of shots.
I agree. But who are the better players? I'm not asking you whose role is what. If we were rated like you creating NBA Carl K, it's not even 2K, it's Carl K. Whose rating would be higher than Tobias? James Harden, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey. I know he's playing a role. I'm simply saying that individual basketball talent, he's the 4th best on this team. I'm not talking shit about him. It's just a fact.
I hear you. I hear you.
Klay
Yeah.
Thompson was the 3rd best player on the Warriors when they had KD. Is it a slight to Klay Thompson, or is it just a fact?
You know what I don't like? I don't like the fact this is the second night in a row you're going on and on about other players.
I didn't go. I'm going on about my
You're
players. What
doing
are you
it.
talking
You're
about?
doing it. No, you're
What are you
talking about
talking
Klay
about?
Thompson. Nobody
I brought
care
up
about
one.
Klay
I brought up
Thompson.
one comparison.
talking
I brought
about?
up one comparison of
We're
a
really
guy
getting like
who
Skip
had
and
to take
Shay
a
up here.
different role.
It's-
Who had to
it's
take
really-
a different role, and he wound up being the 3rd best when he was used to being the 2nd best. That's all I'm saying. I get it. He's playing a role,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
even if there was no roles on his team, he's still the 4th most talented player on this team. I don't care what nobody says.
I hear you.
Cheers.
I hear you. Cheers. Cheers. We're gonna get off that. So, because
I'm going in another one.
do what you got to do. We got Golden.
This is small. This is small.
Yeah, we got Golden State coming up. The start of the West Coast swing. We have a night off, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, BG.
Friday.
Yeah. And we right back at it on Friday.
I think it was like Friday and Saturday though. I think I could be wrong.
Ooh.
Somebody correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but I think we got a game Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, back to back Golden State. Then we got Phoenix. So, and you know what? Phoenix is not looking so hot nowadays with KD being gone. They've traded a lot of pieces off that team to acquire KD. And now that he's gone, they're kind of stuck with role players that they weren't intended on logging big minutes, playing big minutes now. So, we got Golden State, which should be a game. It's Golden State. It's late in the season. They're gearing up for the playoffs.
Mhm.
Then we got Phoenix right after them. Then we got Denver right after them. Denver hasn't been playing a great brand of basketball as of late, but it's the Joker and Embiid matchup once again. Go ahead, BJ. What you were saying?
No, I was just gonna say they did win tonight. Denver did win tonight. Finally, they beat Washington. Golden State tough one out against Dallas on ESPN. I had both games playing at the same time. So
Did we beat didn't the Mavericks beat us last game?
yeah, that was that game. And what happened? Kyrie and Luca both had like 30.
They went apes.
They went bananas on us, dog.
Yeah, they went apes.
Kyrie and Luca went bananas on us, dog.
So we got them right after we got Denver. So it's a West Coast swing with the two starting games being that Golden State and Phoenix. A little bit easier.
Hey, give him his five. Hello, we're gonna give him his 5 seconds of fame. Timothy, shout out to Timothy. Appreciate the view. Appreciate your opinion. There's nothing wrong with having an opinion. I hope you didn't think you was gonna put this up here. We're gonna run from this. If you think we are BAPs, I'm not gonna curse anymore tonight. If you think that's what the Sixers are, then that's, you know what? Hats off to you. I mean, shout out whoever your team is. It sounds like you're a Bucks and Celtics fan by the looks. I don't know, but you're gone now. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Carl.
Normally, people like that don't have a team. They just,
When you talk about two teams in the same chat, I mean, in the same comment, who do you like?
Exactly.
Who do you like, Timmy?
Exactly.
Who do you like, Timmy?
So, Timmy Santiago, thank you once again for watching from YouTube.
Appreciate the view. Oh no, we
spend the block. Spend the block, man. Come
subscribe, like. Look, you already commented. You knocked one thing out. We say like, comment, subscribe. You already got the comment out the way. Now make sure you like and subscribe to the page, man.
I will say one thing. Berg is right. Monday was a mirage. Monday was a mirage.
Monday was what we typically see in these freaking home and homes. For some reason, we lose the first game and then we bomb them the second game. Every time we have a home and home with somebody, it could be as good as a team of like Milwaukee and as bad as a team as Orlando. It's the same result every time. I swear.
It was more speaking of the brand of basketball we were playing on Monday. I think the turnovers, the lack of defense. That just haven't been us.
Abdul said, "Check rock, Timothy."
Oh, God.
Abdul said, "Check rock, Timothy."
Right now,
I had to put it up there because Timmy watching on YouTube. You watch your combos on Facebook, so I had to make sure it get on the screen so you can see.
He saw
Check
that.
rock, check rock. You talking crazy?
That was quick fingers. Tracy, what up? Thanks for watching. As always,
real quick, Berg, I agree with you, man. I see your comment, and I do recognize what you posted about, man. A lot of people in Sixers 24/7 take a one-game sample size and decide what
jump
we
off
are.
the bridge.
They just decide what we are and disregard that we have won 8 straight right before that. Like, you can't, like why is negative stuff get so much energy? I just don't understand it. We won 8 straight, lost, and all of the comments was what we weren't against Chicago. But what about what we were the last 8 games before that? Come on, y'all. We going into a playoff run. We need as many Philadelphia Sixers fans and positive modes with positive vibes as possible, man. We try to compete for a championship. Yes, I didn't like the Chicago loss. I don't think we should have lost to Chicago. But for people to take a small sample size of 40 basketball, well, damn, never mind. 58 minutes of basketball because it went to double overtime.
Right.
58 minutes of basketball, take that small sample size and judge the Sixers overall is wild to me. You can judge that game. You can definitely talk about that game, what we weren't that game. But don't make it seem like that's the Sixers. That's what we do. Go ahead, Carl.
Question for the panel from Ellis. Do we have a big 3 or a big 4?
Can I go first?
Yes, you can.
We have a big 4. That's why I'm not sliding to bias, because I recognize that on any day he can have 20, 24 points. We have a big 4. Somebody has to be 4. That's what I was trying to explain earlier. It's not a slight. Remember what I used to say last year, Carl? We might have the best starting 4 in NBA. Remember I used to say that last year? I said, I think if it was 4-on-4 basketball, we might have the best starting 4 in basketball. I meant that. We have a big 4. Yes, Tobias can be a roller coaster, but guess what? Tyrese Maxey could be a roller coaster. James Harden can be a roller coaster. They all have down games. It's basketball players. People have bad games.
Here's my question about, Tobias Harris. Solid player. I love him to death. But it takes a certain type of guy to be a fourth option and be consistent.
He's a pro.
You know,
He's a
you
pro.
know, it takes a
Once again,
certain guy to do that, man. And people don't know how hard it is. He's been, you know, top 3 on every team he's played on in his career. He's been the top 3 option on every team he's played on. Now he takes on the role as the fourth option with a ball dominant point guard and a ball dominant center, where he's not touching the rock a lot. He's left in the cold on the shoulder a lot, and he has to stay ready. And kudos to him for staying ready,
always.
weathering the storm throughout the season. But the test is the playoffs, because everybody is going to have to step up in the playoffs. It's going to be Tyrese's night one night. It's going to be Tobias' night one night. It's going to be Joel's night one night. The big four is going to have to step up every game in the playoffs because you're playing the elite teams.
Can I correct you for 2 seconds?
Correct me.
Team has to step up.
Absolutely.
Not
Absolutely.
just the big four. We're not going to win an NBA championship by having the best starting four in NBA. We're not going to win a championship like that. All heads got to be on deck, and everybody has to be the best them that they can be. I'm not telling Paul
Right.
Reed to be Joel Embiid. I'm not telling George Niang to be DeAnthony Melton. I just need them to be the best thems, and I really think we can compete for a championship this year. We really have the pieces. Is it the
We
best
do.
roster? Is it the best roster ever? No, but I think the camaraderie we built this year. I saw Trez smiling and jumped off the bench today. A guy who doesn't get in the game. I saw him happy in the second quarter when we was like, maybe he just knew like, shit, we're gonna be up 30. I might get in the game today. Maybe that's what he was thinking. But I think what we built this year,
me out today.
the way we walked into the season was not about anything individual. Yes, Joel is competing for MVP.
It's a we season. It's not a me season.
He's naturally competing for MVP. He can't help that he's this good. He can't help it. Yes, James Harden is probably gonna be the assist champ. Yes, if Maxey or Melton didn't start as many games as possible, they could be competing for a 6-man. What is his face? They have great kick. They do, Jesse. And don't make that face, man. Don't make that face.
Jesse with a positive comment.
No,
I've known this guy for a while in 6 or 24/7. Jesse with a positive comment after a win.
But this is the thing. Guys like Jesse, you know what guys like Jesse are thinking in their head? I hear what I want, but show me. How many times have we not been shown that this team can be put together? People, Doc Rivers, and then he shows us the opposite.
Right.
Joel Embiid, the best player in the NBA, and then we get kicked out in the second round and he comes up flat. We've been waiting for this show me moment, and I feel like this is a year that they're gonna show us, hey man, all of them years y'all went through for process. Y'all ain't seen an NBA Finals logo on the floor since 2001. I want to give the city that, and I think they playing for the city now. They not playing for themselves. They playing for that name on the front of the jersey, that PHILA on the front of their jersey. I think they've come to realize it has to be a team thing. No one player is going to win a championship. No two players going to win a championship. It's going to take 1 through 15 to include the coaching staff for us to win a championship this year. And the way I'm watching this team now, they seem all on deck. They seem like they got all hands on deck, and I love it. I love it. Even in the losses. I'm
gonna say some man stuff right now, man. There's been a lot of criticism about a certain player on our team this year. Hell, I criticized him quite a few times. What is he doing out there? What's going on with him? What's going on with the stat sheet? How many rebounds is he grabbing? Why is he playing so many minutes? PJ is the coach on the floor. What was the difference? What was one of the differences from last game to this game? PJ does all the little things. Communication. There wasn't no guys out there looking confused. There wasn't no guys on what's the play. There wasn't no guys confused on switches on the defensive side of the ball. It seemed as though they was cohesive as a unit. PJ Tucker, man, is an unsung hero on this team. Certain guys, BG, you played ball. Certain guys you played with on the court back in the day in North Philly, You wanted him on your team because he just made the team play better. He wasn't the best guy. He was a glue guy. Something about this guy on the team. He goes for the dirty ball, the dirty work. He plays with extra energy. He does all the stuff nobody else wants to do. He plays the extra defense. PJ does all the little things that nobody wants to do. He talks. Everybody on our roster is quiet. They don't talk a lot on the court. PJ does. And you need a guy like that on the team. You need a guy like that to get past the second round.
And it took us a while as a panel. It took us a while to get out of this. We looked at his point total and his rebound total and were disgusted early on in the season. But when you watch the games, when you watch every single game, you realize, he do little stuff that's just not going to show up there. It's just never, ever going to be a number on a box score that's going to show the impact that PJ has on his team. It's just not.
Bird, PJ is from 33rd and Diamond. He could be from Diamond Street. We're going to put him on Diamond Street right now. He got the Diamond Street swag. I don't care because you're not from Diamond Street, BJ. I don't care. But with that said, I ain't going to give BJ a chance to come back.
That's right down the street for me. What are you talking about? I went to hang out with every summer of my childhood. 25th and Diamond. I went there every year. I got pictures with Dawn Stelly when she won her Olympic medal. I know I'm not from Diamond, but I'm North Philly. What are you talking about?
But did you go to 60?
That's the 2-3. You see that 23rd, right? And you see that MP right there, right? You see that MP, right? Come on, man. Right. Watch your mouth when you talking to me, bro.
All right, now that BG is done showing off his tattoos, please look at the top of the screen. You'll notice that we are on Spotify.
I'm pointing at her.
We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on iHeartRadio. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. We're on the late night. We at your mama house. We depend on word of mouth advertisement. So, BG, what we expect people to do, brother?
Man, don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about the East Sleep Sixers podcast. We are here. We are here to stay. Every game. You're not going to not see us. We're going to be here. We're going to be here. And if we can't find you, we're going to show up to your mama house. They did. They proved it to me. They couldn't find me. They went to my mom's house, bro. They went to my mom's house. They not playing. That whole your mama house thing is not a joke. That happened.
Right at her door. We right there on 23rd Street. What up, mama? We here. Hey, baby. With that. And if you didn't understand that in English, BJ, tell them in another language.
No te olvides a decirle que la diga un amigo, que la diga un amigo, que la diga una amiga. Wepa. East Sleep Sixers. Hey, man, we'll see y'all Friday. We trying to go see the Warriors come out and play. Let's go.